Do you know how many of these I need to sell to make any money? Not that many. Because these don't go bad very quick. Therefore, they can sit a while. But if you split them open, they sell better, but they go bad quicker. So you can never really win in this business. In retail, you're gonna find people want what they want, and if you don't have it, they're probably not coming back. That's the sad reality. It's very early in the morning. I'm gonna start this video up really quickly. I do have a ton of things to do, but I wanted to say hi, good morning. If you're watching this, we came here early. I'm trying to get things looking better in this store. I don't want any expired inventory on the counters. I don't want anything looking kind of shitty. So I'm here very early today. Please, if you're with me, hit the like button. It helps this small business and this channel grow. It just shows people that this video has value. Subscribe if you are a long-time watcher, but you're not ready to subscribe. You might as well press subscribe, because we are not stopping ever. And I showed up early for you today because I wanted to tell you something very important. This store, if it's clean, people just appreciate that so much more than you think. A clean store is literally like being something that people just they don't appreciate it if it is clean. But don't get me wrong, if it is dirty, you will not get this person back. They will tell people you have a dirty store. They won't tell people you have a clean store. But if you are, if you got dust everywhere, or something looks rotten, or there's, just junk all over the place, people will tell other people that it's dirty. They won't tell other people that it's clean, but they will tell people that it's dirty. Does that make sense? It's very early. I'm rambling because I'm overtired. But let's get into this video. It's all about money today. Business and money. So if you like those two, I suggest you just press like and subscribe. Cheers!
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you all for watching thus far. So this video, it's really about our monthly sales, and we're gonna try to answer all the questions that we can in it that we've been asked so far. I really noticed patterns over the last, I would say, year and a half as to people's spending habits. The beginning of the month seems to be a little bit slower just because everyone's paying bills, and that's just what we've noticed. I'm sure other businesses notice that as well. The weekends have become a lot busier than they used to, and a lot more desserts are going out through the door, which means people are in hibernation mode, or they're having like holiday parties already, things along those lines, which you are to be expected because we're in the middle of November now. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. As always, we try to answer back all our comments, so be sure to do that and stay tuned because we're gonna get into all the details. So what I've noticed in the transition from summer to fall, and I actually noticed this last year as well, we are slower in the mornings and then busier at around 3-ish to close. And I think that is because a lot of people are back to work. They, if they're teachers, they're obviously working all day, or they're not taking as much vacation time in the fall as they did in the summer to spend with their family. It does suck to be slower in the mornings, just because I feel like it kind of sets the mood for the entire day, and I think I can speak on behalf of myself and Ray. It just kind of makes you, I don't know, it does drive you a little crazy because you're thinking, oh my gosh, is it going to be slow all day, or is this just kind of because it's the morning? I have noticed though that this is just the pattern for fall. We are slower in the mornings than the afternoons and the evenings, and it does pick up quite a bit. So that can be a little stressful and cause a little bit of anxiety throughout the day, but that's business. It's like a roller coaster. Like sometimes you have like really high days, really good days, and then some days you just kind of like come down that hill and it's just, you're just kind of like, okay, now what do I do? It's slow and I have nothing to do. But it always ends up picking up for us, and we're really grateful for that. But you know, you just kind of keep going through those motions of your business and keeping yourself busy. That's definitely key. So from a numbers point of view, this is actually kind of exciting for me, so I kind of like talking about this. We did 20% higher this October than last October, which is really good, just because we were a lot newer last year, and we were kind of like, I don't know, hesitant on how it would be. You know, it could go good, it could go bad, but we actually pulled through with 20% higher sales and customers, and we also got our average sale up about 15%, which is really good. Obviously, we want to be up higher than that next year and, you know, continue to grow. Just takes time, but I'm very satisfied that we came out higher this October than last. So one way we were able to increase our sales and our average sale for the month, or I should say October especially, is we got a lot more product. So that obviously helped. You want to increase your average sale. Obviously everyone can just say the obvious answer of, okay, just get more stuff to sell and, you know, people will be able to spend more in your store. I think a lot of people realize that, especially for small business I should say, that in order to increase your inventory and get new stuff, it does cost money. Us as a small business, it is harder to increase your inventory, A, because of money. We're a newer business, so of course we have to kind of like keep an eye out as to how much we're spending, but also because distributors that distribute to us, smaller businesses, require us to spend a certain amount of money. Basically we did that, and that's what we've been doing. We've been finding more items that we want, more items that we need. Try to be a lot different, or at least a little bit different than the bigger stores, because of course we can't compete with them, and it seems to be working pretty well. We've filled our store up quite a bit, and like I said, we got our average sale up about 15% since last October compared to this October. So my goal for next October is to be 20% higher than this year. So basically that'll make it 40% higher than our first year of business, or our first October in business, which is actually, I think, obtainable if we keep grinding hard and just keep doing what we've been doing. So every month you have to look at it and consider everything that's going on in that month. So October, we have Canadian Thanksgiving, which obviously plays a great role in our sales, just because that weekend is generally really busy for us. But then you have Halloween, which... Hi.
How you doing?
I don't like filming in front of you, so bye.
What? So basically I came up here because it kind of sounded kind of boring.
It's not boring. They love me.
Okay, thumbs up if it didn't sound boring.
Or just comment and say I'm not boring.
I interrupt something.
You always do.
What were you saying? What were you saying? Exactly.
Telling them exactly about events that can affect your business throughout the month.
The weather.
Yeah.
Bring a book if it's shit outside. So never close early, even if your day seems like it's not getting better. People will get pissed, not come back, or leave you a Google review. And if they travel from far distances to get to your location,
they're gonna be mad.
They're gonna be mad.
One thing that we do to help our business, and we do it all year round, but it's obviously more emphasized throughout the Christmas season, is gift baskets. Gift baskets are a huge part of our Christmas sales, and yeah, they're just really helpful. And they're great gifts, of course. Last year we did 50 gift baskets, and this year I'm hoping for 100. I think that we're more well known now, especially for them, so I don't think we'll have a problem by doing that. Obviously I want to do more than 100, but we're just gonna keep like the goal level at. What I didn't mention about the gift baskets is we also take orders, like pre-orders. We can do custom made ones, and I also usually have a lot pre-made, so people can just come in and grab them and go. We had a lot of people do that last year, especially the December 23rd, 24th. They would just literally come, pick one up and leave, and that was like a great sale for us.
So I don't want to lie to you, November has been slow. 15% slower than usual. The weather doesn't help. But I'm just my theories, the first winter chill keeps people more indoors and they end up shopping. They try to shop all at once. Whereas this store, you would have to shop at your main store and then fill in the gaps with our store. Some people do their one-stop shopping here, but that is rare. People do a lot of their smaller groceries here. Yeah, just bring those out.
Okay,
just
boss,
bring those out.
Boss.
I'm just joking. Yeah, it actually picked up today. Usually it picks up around 4 to 5 after everyone's done work in the winter. People aren't gallivanting during the day, so you're not going to get as much walk-in traffic. The problem with that is this store is very perishable. We need things to always flow. Lettuce only lasts a couple days. Green beans only last a couple days. So you end up with more waste if people don't come in. The thing is, within the winter, if you have a store, people will come in, and when they're in, they'll spend more because they don't want to go somewhere else. Does it balance out? Not as much. Okay, freezing cold out, winter time. You get 60 people probably spending around $15 a piece. And in the summer, on a typical boring Wednesday, you get maybe 80 people spending $12.50 a piece. So it doesn't really balance out, but you can see where I'm getting with this. And hopefully, as it gets colder, the average sale goes up as the amount of people do, tend to come in less. So is there a balance? A little bit, but it's not exactly the same as when it's nice outside, the sun's shining, people are in the mood to barbecue, to eat, have parties, to buy more cakes, to buy more pies, to buy more drinks, potato salads, stuff like that. The summer, just people seem to be outdoors more and want to eat more of my selection, my produce and stuff like that. And in general, we carry a lot of fresh seasonal produce in the summer, and people know that brings a lot more people in too. So where's the balance? There really isn't one. The winter just kind of sucks. So I'm not trying to discourage anyone, but there's going to be tough days. There's going to be days you don't make a dime, okay? But it's not about the days, it's about the months. And before we get into the monthly sales, I do want to say something else. The self-fulfillment you get from building something from the ground up that you built, that everything depends on you. If you succeed, if you fail, it depends on you. You're going against the grain here. That is worth something to me anyways. When you're in this style of business or any business and you can actually make your own money, that is almost worth more than money itself. Maybe you don't agree, but it's just something about being able to be your own boss, to control every aspect of your destiny, that makes this all worth it. If you're in your first year of business and you broke even and you're pissed because you didn't take any money home, I would say that is an accomplishment in itself. A lot of businesses don't make it to their first year. So be proud. You're going to grind through. It should only get better after your first year, unless something happens or the market changes. But essentially, you should be on a steady incline after your first year. I would say that's a win. If you broke even on your first year, if you made money on your first year, you should be even, taking yourself out to dinner or something, because not a lot of people can say they've ever done that. So, congrats. Now let's get into the monthly sales. Monthly sales of October. Let me double check here actually. So yeah, after all that is said and done, your profit margin is probably around 40%, I'd say. Then, you're paying your rent, you're paying your electrical, all the waste in this business. Anything perishable, has a lot of waste behind it. It has to sell quick. Then everything else, you're left with whatever you're left with. One day we're going to make a video on the actual profit per month according to our sales. That will be an interesting video, because you actually see, the actual take-home amount isn't as much as you would think running a place like this. Once you start adding too many employees, you could go back into the red. So that's what you want to watch out for when you're starting your own boutique or a retail store, whatever it may be. Your costs will kill you if you don't keep track of every dollar. You really got to be on top of almost everything to actually turn a profit. So that may be the biggest thing to watch for in this type of business. Control your spending, because you will get tied up with inventory, or you will get tied up with other costs such as your rent, that you need to make sure you have that money ready to go month after month. And the thing that really can begin to bother you is if when you look at how much you made personally, not your business, personally for your store, and you compare it to how much you could be making in a regular job, well then obviously you're going to be a little discouraged, because a lot of the times as a new business you're not going to be making more than minimum wage, if you're even making that, but you're going to be working so much more and so much harder than you would at a minimum wage job, yet you're not making as much. So what are you sacrificing here? Do you love it that much that you want to stick with it, or do you want to go back to working for someone else? So choose wisely before you invest your life savings into something like this. It is not a cash cow. You're not going to make some quick money that quick. It is a long-term business. Anytime you're building something out, a brick and mortar store nowadays, it is a long-term business. There is no try it for 1 or 2 months. Your landlord will want you to sign for 10. I would not recommend that if you are, if you're just starting out. I'd probably recommend maximum 5. If you're putting a lot of money into a location, you're going to want at least 5, because your landlord has the option to not renew your lease after that 5th year. So you might want to at least push for 5 if you invest a lot of money into your renovations like we did. Whenever you make your money back will be a glorious day. We're not there quite yet, so continue on this journey with us, guys. I love you. Take care of yourselves, and if you watch this far, please hit subscribe. We're only going to get better from here. Thank you.